Oh, wow. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. That's B-Phlat with the whatever, with the hat, with the moves. She's in Philadelphia. She's got the custom shirt on. Oh, there goes Michael. Special guest tonight. We'll get into that in just a second. B's dancing into your lives. I'm Chris Denman in St. Louis at Midcoast Studios. That's B-Phlat. She's the host of the show at Flat Out Funny on Instagram. You know what? It's the show where she flips shit, makes it fly. Stay smokest. It's your grandfather's favorite DIY comedy show. B-Phlat, here for you and yours. Get those dance cards ready. CashApp. Let's party. Oh, man. Live chat is popping already. Cheryl asking if I took a nap. No, I didn't. I wish.
I need one. How does that make you quickly? Ow, ow, ow.
Look at you go. B, we've got some special guests. They're dealing with some connection issues. I say we jump right into things. Big show tonight.
We got to jump right in. We've lost some time, and I have 40 things to show. So I'm jumping right in. I don't want to lose these ladies. It's rare that I get to have two people on at once. I feel like we're having a Zoom meeting. I'm going to give a shout out to my hat and all this other great stuff later. I want you to bring these ladies on now because Dr. Kim is the homeowner whose flip we did in Lake Worth. And Delilah is a Picasso that helped and was her first time helping. So I definitely wanted to have her on because we've had Joy and Angel on twice. I love them to death, and believe me, they were so instrumental in pulling the flip together. I don't know what I would do without them. Even I told them not to come because I was like, I don't want y'all to be spending your money driving from Texas.
So nice.
And the miscommunication on my end, but Lord knows I am so happy that they were there. So with that being said, I'm jumping into the flip so we can get going. Oh,
that's right. Because of an alligator got into an electrical transformer, we are dealing with some connection issues with Dr. Kim and Delilah. I think we lost their audio. Are you there? There they are. There they are. So despite the alligator and the electrical box, you're here, you're live. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. B is so pumped to be here. I've heard so much about the flip. I want to let you ladies get into it.
Oh, they got the champagne popping and everything, and I'm drinking out the Dunkin' Donut. I got my bourbon court. The rum Delilah sent. I mean, not Delilah. Natalie sent me. No, it wasn't Natalie. I gotta look at my thing. Somebody sent me the Haitian rum. I think it's called Bourbon Court. How do you say it? Bobbin Cool. I got that in my Dunkin' Donut.
We have some here. You should have told me. I'd have fixed you some while you were here.
It's good in my little Dunkin' Donut lemon cooler. So, I'm jumping in. For those of you just joining us who've never watched Tighten Up Tuesday, this is a first. We've never jumped right into a segment, but we have to, considering that this is 3 spaces, and normally a flip is only 1 space. So, and I've never brought the homeowner on because Kim gonna tell y'all how she duped me into doing 3 spaces. It's supposed to be 1.5. I kept looking at the picture side eye. I was like, wait a minute, this looks like the same shit. And it was 2 different rooms with a whole bunch of junk and the same shit. I was like, I'm gonna get down here and be wore the fuck out. But it was so worth it because it was a challenge to me. I've never done an indoor patio space or an atrium. So I can say I done it all, I did it all. So with that being said, I had Delilah come on because like I said, this was her first flip. This was my first actual seamstress on, quasi seamstress on a flip. She can sew more than a straight line, unlike Aunt V. Aunt V was like, I can only do a straight stitch. I only do straight stitch. I was like, thank you, Aunt V. We're going to work that out. With that being said, I'm going to have Chris, you know I got to have you jump off because Andy's going to have us down in the corner because I did tell these ladies there might be, once we go through this, there might be some commentary I may want them to jump in on. So
Well,
if you don't mind, are you going to feel slighted, Deezy?
I would have left an hour ago if you would have said it was okay. We just did a Two Funny Mamas, so I'm fine. No, what we'll do is we'll show the photos and then we'll pop both you two's pictures up. Maybe a good thing to do. I've got a wild hair to give you some advice. Maybe let's introduce the ladies. Maybe let them tell a little something and give their perspective how they came to be on this very show.
Yeah. We were definitely going to do that without your face.
We were going to do that 30 more minutes in.
Without your face.
Without my face. That's fair. That's fair.
Nephew and Chris, this year I've seen you holler at nephew Andy. I gave Andy that title today. That's my nephew.
Nephew Andy.
Chris Deezy and nephew Andy.
Nephew Andy's going to get left here alone. I'll go home.
No, you can't go home. You can't go home, Chris. If you go home, I'm going home.
All right. I'll let you jump in. I'll take a back seat. You've got it figured out. That hat on, I should have known. That screams intelligence. That's my fault.
Allison original.
That is not. You rock it. You rock the hat.
Thank you. Okay. Well, yes, I definitely want the ladies to chat. They can introduce themselves and how they came to be, and then we're going to jump into the pictures. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Deezy.
So fake.
Ass. Lord have mercy. Andy, can you put us on the two screen, please?
And this is me saving Andy too. So what we'll do is we'll pop up your first picture, and then Andy's going to pop both of you up, and that's where you'll start. Is that okay?
Well, our first picture is of the frugal flip. It's just the graphic of the frugal flip.
Great.
So.
Andy, if we can do that sounds like a great way to stop it. We can avoid that other problem that we were looking at.
I think we threw Andy.
Oh, look, it all worked out.
All right. Well, for those of you joining us, this is a segment of the show called The Frugal Flip. I'm actually using this whole segment as the feature in the BIY, which I normally would do because, like I said, we have a lot to show. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let the ladies introduce themselves to our audience, our Picassos that are watching.
Hey, everybody. I am, can you guys, is my audio on? Because you know these technical issues was crazy. So I am Dr. Kim J. I am the homeowner, and this is our Picasso, Delilah, who also lives in the area. I'm so thankful for Delilah and the other women who joined us, our other Picassos. We'll get to that later. I came upon the Frugal Flip because I was listening to the Karen Hunter show, and B was on there, and I was like, that sounds awesome. I have a space that I need some help with. I contacted them, sent her the pictures, and the rest is history. She's here. She came. We talked. She came up with a plan, something I never would have considered, and we're going to share that with you today.
Well, thank you, Delilah. See, this is how we got down, Chris.
Just the smoke. It just couldn't be better.
Delilah, did you want to?
Hi, everybody. My name is Delilah. What else you want?
We met at the comedy show.
Yeah, we met actually at the comedy show. And B, of course, I've been listening to B on Two Funny Mamas first, and then I started following the Tighten Up Tuesday. And trying to come out of my shell as an introvert. She's so much like me. B is. Not a lot. A little bit. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I love B. She's a good person. I really respect her heart. And I said, okay, let me just help out. And here I am.
And you were amazing.
Nearby.
Oh, yeah. And I live close by. So that's why I volunteered, because I said, oh, no, I can't let her come this close and not help. So, yeah, I'm glad that it happened too.
Well, I am so glad that you helped Delilah. Like I said, you were so instrumental in just logistics and keeping things moving and just all our little problems and little things that we were coming across. It was just, amazing how we all kind of worked through stuff and just figured it out and kept it moving. And I know I was getting frantic because I was like, I got 3 spaces in 2 days, but we gonna work it out. And I'm extra grateful for Uncle Earl. So with this being said, we're gonna go ahead and start. And as Kim said earlier, this Phlip was sponsored by the Karen Hunter Show, and I so appreciate her so much that she's coming on live next week to talk about her commitment to the Phlip, how she is trying to get other people involved. And we're going to go over the budget. We won't take up the whole show with Kim's budget. But people need to know how it works and what we spent and all that good stuff. And I'll just be showing videos that Shantae will be submitting. So I do have one video to show tonight. It's a 1-minute clip with our montage of photos. And then, like I said, next week it'll just be videos, Dr. Karen Hunter, and her budget report. And that'll be part 3 of this Frugal Phlip segment. That's how I do it, in 3 parts. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. This is part 2, going into the reveal. I'm going to pick up where we left off last week. If you didn't see it, go back and watch 92. Because we on 93. And we moving forward as the little engine that could. Thank you, Andy. This is another group shot. I like how Gary doing that in the back with the cigar, tossing it up. Yeah, so this is the whole crew. Shayna, Dr. Kim, Uncle Earl, Fabian, Angel and Joy, myself, and Delilah. We pulled it together. And it's so sad we didn't get any pictures of Aunt V at all. I'm sure she's in the footage, but we didn't get her any of the group shots. So I'm glad that she came through to help out. She came through like the woo. So the next photo, this is the space. This is an L-shaped space. Well, this first portion of the show, I'm showing this side of the L space, and then I'll show the next side. So what I'll be showing you is the original photos, the drawings that I came up with, the things that we used, and the actual space. So this is one space that was divided into 2. So the next photo shows how Kim duped me with these long shots, all looking the same in the same room. I was like, oh, okay, I see that angle. So next shot shows another angle of the same room. I was like, okay, it's a nice size room. We can work with that. So all the things that she had within that room, believe me, we worked with them and more. The next shot shows how when I got there, they had already had it cleaned up, ready to go. You see the chairs on top of the table. They actually power washed the metal window screens so that we could, have a fresh start when we started painting. And the guys did an amazing job taping off. People don't like taping off, Kim. They don't, but I am a stickler for that. And they were like, well, Gary jumped right in and he taped off everything all by himself so that he could paint that top on part black. I was like, go Gary. So the next photo.
Quick question for you, B, before you get too far. Did you still need the video labeled latex?
I did want Andy to show it, but I said if it wasn't up, we could show it next week. It depends.
Okay. I'm going to upload it, Andy. If you want to have it, it's there. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. So this is one of the drawings that I did, and I initially thought I was going to put a chair in that corner so the gentleman can have like a chair in their area. But they're not interested in sitting anywhere other than the table. And I found out when I got there, because they took the breaks at the table. They did everything at the table. That's their spot. So I superimposed the photo of the leather type. That's like a leather chest with drawers on it that Kim had in her office or bedroom area. And we put wheels on it. I was like, this would be perfect for like a, semi-bar table setup for the gentleman over there, scotch and a lot of whiskeys. We put a lot of good things on that. And I initially thought I was going to hang plants over there, but I was like, all the smoke going to do is kill the plants. It's not enough over there for them to absorb the cigar smoke on that side of the room. So I was like, I'm going to nix the plants and put them on the other side. So the next photo shows another drawing of how I wanted the gentleman's side of the room to look, minus the tablecloth. But we did end up spray painting the lampshade more of a fuchsia and stripes, not solid purple. We did cover an ottoman that she had with a dress. She had a black and white dress we cut up and you covered. And it came out amazing. And like I said, I just wanted you to kind of see how I simulated the chest entertainment center on that side of the room. And the next photo actually shows what we did, my idea for the table, where we actually painted a runner right onto the table. And there were some scratches around the table on the corners. So I painted around the edges. And that side of the room pretty much looks like the drawings. So the next photo shows the other side of the room after we hung the curtain. She had some extra rods that we spray painted black. I was like, I'm bringing the teacup hooks, and we just went to Home Depot and bought chains. We really didn't spend a lot of money on buying stuff for the room. We had the stuff. We spent the most of the money on covering things and buying paint and just really making it pop. But this was my drawing for plants on that side of the room. Her chase lounge. It's a double chase lounge and an ottoman. And just to hang a separator just so she can have a private space and the guys can have their thing on the other side. So I think there's one more drawing. And I think, let me see, Andy, what we got next. Oh, now I'm showing you the actual things that we use. So this was an ottoman that she had. And this is the one that we covered with the black dress. Just the top only, and use the staple gun to really adhere the fabric to the top of it. And it's really interesting. It has a mirror on the inside. So you can actually flip it over and use it as like a table and put drinks on it. So I definitely wanted that on the side for the gentleman. The next photo is that. Kim, what was that? Is that a dresser? What did you do?
That was actually my niece had that because she had a little bitty apartment. And when she moved in with me, when I moved, she moved out of her little bitty studio, and that was something she used for storage, and she had a TV on top, and she, of course, left it with me. Well, so it was in the guest room. So it was.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, we definitely got to use that for the guy's side, and that's why we got the casters and put right on the bottom. And one of the casters came off. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yes.
Was the corner. They didn't screw it.
Yeah, we had to prop it up for staging, and I didn't get a chance to fix it. So I know that's one thing that has to be fixed. The caster has to be put back on there. I let Gary do that. So you might have to let Gary finish that project, or Fabian. The next photo shows the rods that we actually use. Now, we had 2 sets of those. I found one in the garage. This was the ones we pulled aside. And the ones in the garage had ends that looked like leaves. So we took the leaf ends off of those and put them onto these. Took those ends off and then spray painted it black. Angel and Joy spray painted them black, and then we hung the fabric on them. And we'll get to that because when we get to that photo, I'll talk to Delilah about her ingenious idea of how she sewed the fabrics together. Next photo. And these were you had a couple extra chairs, and I definitely wanted to use the best of them. And what we did with the chairs was really cool. We painted the Clydesdale bottoms we just spray painted the bottoms of each legs on the tables and the chairs white to give it that little Clydesdale pop. And just kind of wiped it down and, made really wasn't much to do with that other than just pop the legs. So the next photo shows ashtrays that you have, which was my inspiration because I know you wanted that Mardi Gras theme. So this, of course, was the cigar ashtray we set in the center of the table along the runner. And we found other ashtrays, which were very interesting to use also. Next, you have a lot of stuff, Kim.
Yeah.
So this is the double ottoman. I'm sorry, chase lounge that you have. We use those pillows. We've stuffed them, doubled them up, used them, how we needed to. Took the covers, those blue covers off, and exposed the natural color fabric, which was like a tan cover, which we still covered with some really sheer fabric that we had to kind of cover like some watermarks and different things on the fabric. And Joy and I think the guys took that furniture outside. I don't know who put it out there, but Joy and Angel spray painted it in your neighbor's yard, and it's got 4 black spots in the grass. I was like, everybody's
gone. The rain washed it.
The rain washed it. I was like, I hope so, because we were supposed to put a tarp down before we started spray painting people's grass. But I was like, I don't live here. I'm gonna be gone. Shit.
Right on the grass.
Right. So we spray painted that black. The next photo shows the chair that matched it, and it has an ottoman, and we end up sanding that down, wiping it down good, and spray painting it a nice shiny black, and covering it also. And we covered those pillows. We did a lot. We actually balled that one up and made it into a lumbar pillow. The next photo shows the ottoman that we covered. That chair, we ended up using that really nice $4 Walmart fabric on, and it made it pop. We made a pillow and the chair cover. So the next photo shows, if you see the edges around the corner of the table, that's where we paint. You can see where we painted it black. And if you see the chair in the corner, how the bottom of the legs, and if you see the legs on this black and white, nice straw, amazing 8x10, really inexpensive floor cover that we got. It's waterproof because it's plastic. But you can see how we painted the tips of the bottom of all the chairs and the table legs white. Mm-hmm. And we painted, like I said, down the center a black. I just taped off and painted black so they can have like a nice little runner. And we really cleaned that table up with some Murphy's oil soap, made it pop. And that ottoman is in the corner over there with that dress on it. That's how you do a flip. Yeah, Kim was like, I don't have no fabric. I ain't got this. I was like, let me see what's in your closet. Then she started pulling out all this stuff. And then everybody's like, before you cut that dress up, let me look at that first. I like that. Knowing they couldn't fit it, a lot of that stuff was too big for everybody. I was like, Kim, we cutting that up and making pillows out that dress. I pulled like, how many dresses did we have? At least 6?
Yeah, about 6.
And I think we cut up one. And then somebody took one. I think AV took that yellow dress.
And it was a greenish blue one.
God,
somebody did take the yellow dress.
Yeah, because somebody like, don't be putting that dress.
Yellow dress.
The next photo shows.
Taylor took the yellow dress.
Now look at that. See how we cleaned that table up and made that. And we didn't have to do anything other than tighten up table legs. A lot of the legs were loose. I took the fabric roller and rolled down the fabric. We wiped the chairs down. Like I said, Gary, we flipped them over, taped them off. Gary did all the leg bottoms. We pulled together on this, and everybody did their part. It was a lot of hard work in the sun. But yeah, the next thing I know, Richard was pulling out his lighter and a humidor and all other kind of shit to put down the runner for the cigar smokers, the cards, the decks of cards. It's really cute. I like how they like that side. It's funny because we couldn't get them off that side. And the next thing they were like, we eating dinner outside at the table. I was like, all right, that'll work. So this is a good shot to just kind of let people see that side of the room. Sleek, cleaned up, very functional, and a lot of space, bigger than I anticipated. Next photo, I think just shows a different angle. Yeah, I wanted them to see it. You took this morning shot. I just wanted people to kind of see how it looks with the screens down in the morning. And it's just looking really nice and clean, and everybody can see the fleur-de-lis lamp, how we threw the little pop of magenta. I'll say that men don't like to hear the word pink. Magenta stripes on the shade.
That's a new color, magenta.
Yeah, magenta.
Oh, magenta.
Yeah, magenta. There you go. We threw magenta on there.
Right. Is that polo salmon? No, it's magenta.
It's magenta.
Mm-hmm.
Purple. It said royal purple and magenta, so it's magenta.
There you go, magenta. So that's that angle and that side of that one long L space. And the next photo showing my favorite side.
Yes.
And Delilah's
I love it.
I love it. And I love how Kim just came out of nowhere with that teal pillow with the stripes on it. She's like, we could use this. I was like, yes, we can. We throwing that right outside after we rolled up her body pillow and duct taped it and sewed that fabric. That's how you do it. And I was like, we're going to make this tight. And we didn't want it to be looking like a Tootsie Roll with the twists on the end. I was like, y'all, that pillow duct tape too tight. It looks like it's choking. But once we got it together, and then this is after the sewing machine broke down. They was out there hand stitching the edges and shit. I was like, Lord, we got to get some needles for these sewing machines to get it back on track. But Delilah took 2 sheer panels. Actually, it's 4 shears. The gray is on one side, and then this tan natural color, which matches the furniture on the other side, is on the side that you can see. So she came up with an ingenious way to sew it together so that we could slide the poles through both fabrics. One sheet, and you can, without having because they already had the holes in the top. And we're like, how are we going to get it through one side but not get the other one on? But see, that's why we have Delilah with her logistics. She hooked it up, and we just slid that shit right up on the pole, hung the chains, and it just looks amazing on your side, Kim.
Yes, it does. I love it. That's my love.
Where we put that ottoman. Can they see that, Andy, with our pictures in the corners? Is it blocking stuff?
I think our picture is blocking the ottoman.
Oh, well, there you go. I just wanted them to see that. Yeah, they can see how we brought that out of your living room, because you did say we could use that. It has plenty of storage in it. And it works perfect for if you want to lay there, read some books, magazines, chill out, get on your iPad, have a drink. Next photo. I just love it. Of course, I came up with I don't know where I get it from. I get it from my mama. That pink, okay, I'm sorry, magenta pop of color on the screen door. When I drew it in, I was like, there has to be a pop of color somewhere that says festive, but also just says serene at the same time. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do deep purple because that's already dark in there. And I didn't want to do a yellow or a green. I was like, you know what? I'm going with a fun, festive color, magenta. And look how we put that on the chair, and it looks so nice. And we didn't even have to do anything with that pillow. It already had that pillow. So he was like, just throw it up there, it matches. And that angle just looks amazing. The door is popping, Kim. It looks like when you come in there, you're going to have a party. So if you open that door and your neighbors see that, they'd be like, oh, they got something going on over there. It's popping. Yes, that's the vibe I wanted you to have in that area. You and Richard, and enjoy it. So let's see what we got next. Look at that angle. Popping. Isn't it a nice angle? Yes. I just love how we have the shiny up top and the matte on each individual window divider, the black part. It just makes it look.
Painting that the top half of that just gives it a whole different feel.
Different look.
They don't look like storm shutters. It just gives it a whole different vibe out there, making it black and white. I love it. Yes,
it looks so good. It makes me want to come down there. I would sleep out there. No, I won't. I forgot about the frog. I'm tripping. Okay. Next. The next. So now this is what Kim said. I kept saying this looks like the same room. And I kept saying, didn't I see this shit already? And then that's one angle of the other side of the L. I call this side the pantry prep station. So before she got rid of that bed frame, I was all like, where's that bed frame? I want to take those S's off and use them as a design for our artwork. She was like, girl, I took that bed frame over Richard House. So that's gone. Yeah. So this is the other side of the L. So the next photo shows the other angle. And I was like, woo, this is a big patio. But this side is a little more narrow. This one is only 9 feet wide. The other side that we were on is 12 feet wide. So that's why I moved the refrigerator onto the side where the microwave is. We got rid of all them wires up on the wall. Just cleaned it up and made it like a clean walkway so that when you come in, because she says they enter from that area a lot, you can come right through there and then just chill out in your sanctuary. That's what we'll call it.
Yes.
So the next photo I think shows, look at that. Look how Richard and them cleaned that up. They got everything out of there. And those dark spots are just from where the water was after it was power washed and stuff like that. But that's what that floor is for. It's made for, it's water resistant, and to absorb the water, it dries up super quick. It's kind of like the compound that you would find at a park when kids play on it, like that rubbery, so they won't hurt themselves. Although that stuff is a little tougher, but it's perfect for that outdoor area. Next photo. So this is my vision for as you walk down, I'll say memory lane and never have to look at that junk again, Cam. This was my vision for that side of the room before you go there. I was like, that little wall where the refrigerator was, it was so funny because after we cut this table and cut the piece off and added the shelf, I was like, we didn't even get to use the 5 floating shelves that you had, which was amazing because it would have took us an arm and a leg to get that up there on that concrete foundation. Because you already saw how we had to prop up the one shelf to make it stay up. So I was like, we'd have been all day trying to get 5 of them up and wore Uncle Richard out. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. Why? I keep calling my Uncle Richard. Uncle Earl out. So when I saw the table, I was like, you know what? I'm taking the legs off. Because originally I wanted to keep the legs on. But now I like that it's floating and it's actually bar height. No, counter height. So that if you want to sit there with counter stools, you can have a little drink, a cocktail. So that's the photo of that area leading to the other side of the L. And the next photo is the L, how we set up the microwave, the grill, and the refrigerator. And initially we were going to put shelves above the microwave, and we took drawers fronts off, added knobs to them, and we were going to try to get them up on the wall. It was a lot with the concrete and the fact that we were running out of time. So that part of the project didn't get complete, but we did get our little artwork up on the wall. It doesn't look like that. We had a whole different thing come about once we got there with leftover pieces of the table, 2 tables actually. So we'll definitely show that. So the next photo shows, where did you get these from?
Those were a gift, a birthday gift one year. I can't remember who gave them to me, but I love them. But they're actually colored pencils made out of real wood.
Yeah, they're amazing, and they're probably 12 inches long, and that's why I use them in the artwork. And when you sent that picture to me, I was like, oh, we definitely using them for something. I don't know what yet, but I want to use them. So the next photo shows, I'm showing people the things that we use on that side of the room. So this is what that side, the prep station area looks like now. And you see we got another pop of magenta on that screen door. And it looks amazing down there. Nice little simple runner, just something right in front of the area. We didn't need anything big because, like I said, that's a narrow area, and I wanted to keep it neutral. So we got some inexpensive rugs on Amazon. Thank God for Amazon, and they're 24-hour workers and flight attendants, and everybody they fly off for them, and people working all night shoveling shit down. Yeah, that little roller that they move on, rolling boxes, because they were on point. So the next photo shows the other angle, as like when you walk in and you see the chair leading to Kim's side of the room. So you can see the angle of where we hung our art and the pencils, but I'm going to show it at a real angle. I just wanted people to see the long view of this side of the room that Richard cleaned up well. So the next photo actually shows, look at that, your paint and sip painting and a drawer that we put on the wall that came out of the table that's in the atrium. Once we took the top off and used it as part of our artwork, and we put a new top on that table out in the atrium, you guys didn't even know it was a little drawer in that table. And I was all like, oh, I'm using that as a shelf, and put a little candle in there. We put that magenta in there and threw it up. And that extra piece of wood that's a shelf came right off that table. And we painted a little black runner on that little table. I still love the drop leaf part. So that,
I love it. But I want to say, I didn't want you cutting up my table.
Why you didn't tell me that until after I cut it?
Cut up the table, and I absolutely love it.
Now you love it?
Yes, but I sure did. I was like, and then you was like, I'm taking the legs off. I'm like, and my sister's like, the table ain't antique. Let her cut the table.
I know. I remember hearing her say that on the phone. And I was like, I ain't thinking about Kim ass and that table. Look at it. And now she loves it.
I love it.
And popped it up and then sat and had drinks at it. So yes, and I'm glad that we were able to still work out the leaf and the arm underneath. We had to cut down so that it could still extend and still push back to the wall. So I just love how I was like, you know what? We don't even need those white shelves there. It wouldn't even look the same. It probably would. You know what? Them white shelves would make that yellow wall look dingy.
Yeah,
because it would be so bright, and that's like a yellowish white color. But that bright white up against that, that's why I was like, you know what? That brown extra piece as a shelf works perfectly, and the black brackets work with the runner that's right on the little middle part. So I love that, and I love how it all comes together. And you have a pop of magenta in your pink painting. It's all working out. So let me show the other side real quick. And that, you see where I slapped my hand up? That's the other piece of your table that came off, Kim. Well, your table is still there.
I'm going to use those legs and make another
both. There you sure? I already saw how you got it set up in the garage. Both of those are tabletops. One piece came from outdoors on the atrium because it was dry rotted. And I was like, oh, we can use this little piece of plywood. And the other piece came off of your table that we just put on the wall. So what I had Uncle Earl do was drill holes through the pencils. We bought some wood twine and just Shayna strung them right through the wood, and we hung them up and made a little piece of art to go over the grill. I was like, that looks so cute. Everybody was like, oh. I was like, you know what? Because Kim was like, I want this piece of table. I was like, what you doing with that? I was like, put that back. I said, I'm using that for. When Kim was supposed to be helping, she was out there sorting through Uncle Earl's scraps of wood, over there showing him a layout and shit for a table she want. Pulling pieces of the stuff I'm using. I said, what you doing? I said, no ma'am, that's going up on the wall. And I said, and let Uncle Earl work and get on in there, Kim. I got something for you to do. So we had a good time. It was a lot of work, but as you see, it came together, and I'm glad you're happy with it. That's what makes the difference. So the next photo shows, look, that's the other angle. I just wanted people to see the good angle of that. How we drilled the 3 holes in it, threw that up there. And then Uncle Earl drilled 2 holes in the white. We threw that up there with them concrete nails. And I just love that. I just love it. All of the colors on the pencils just represent Louisiana. Fun and festive. So there you have it. That state is all about it. So this is the dresser that we took the fronts off. And when I initially looked at it, I thought those were like 8 different little dressers. And it's actually 4 dressers, and those fronts were like 1 slat. So what we did with those, the next photo shows the knobs. This was my intention. And the next photo shows what we did with them. I had Uncle Earl cut them into 8 different little like pieces of front. And we were going to hang them on the wall for hanging like the aprons in the grilling station and the utensils, cups, different things like that. And then put some on Richard's side for like hats, jackets, things, baseball caps, whatever but we didn't get a chance to get those up. So we did get them cut. We got all the knobs on, but we didn't get them up. So they're supposed to hang vertically and horizontally, Kim, if you ever get Uncle Earl back over there and you throw them up.
We will.
They're ready to go. So yes. And last but not least, I have to show our amazing dinner. Yes, and it was so good, and the food was amazing. We just grubbed. And Shantae took a big-ass bag home, which he should have, for him and his son. Kim was like, get this, take that, and take this, because Richard set it out for us every day, all 3 meals. was a smorgasbord of food I never heard of.
A what?
Just food I never heard of.
But what was it?
A smorgasbord. We had more than a buffet. We had a smorgasbord. Oh, food. Everybody was going around the island and all in the kitchen like, "Ooh, let me get that. What's that? What's this?" I can't name half the shit we had, but all of it looked good. I only ate a little bit, but everybody had full grub, plenty to drink. It was amazing. We had the most food. The most. And thank you, Richard. Thank you, Chef Richard. He set it out, Kim. He really did.
Flair does.
I hope he set it out since he set it out. So other than that, the next thing that I'm going to show in this flip is a 1-minute video. That's Shantae. That's him in the front with the bald head with the peace sign blocking my good face. Oh, my good baby hair side. Right. And Kim blocking somebody at the end of the table. Or were you sitting at the end of the table? I feel like
I was sitting at the end of the table.
Oh, no, I was going to say, where is Shayna? But I forgot Shayna was getting ready.
Shayna was getting dressed because, when she come to Florida, she got to go out.
She had to go. She was out in the daytime when we should have been working. I don't know how many times I said, Shayna, get off your phone and call your boo back. I was like, I said, he laying down his ass to be here helping.
Exactly.
I'm on FaceTime. I was like, oh no, you could be here helping. I was like, get your ass off the phone. We got work to do. So let's see this video that Shantae put together for us. I love these clips. I was so happy with them. I'm getting better at explaining what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more vocal. Y'all know my thought process is always smokers, and I don't always think out loud. But now I'm learning how to translate what I'm doing. So I'm getting better. So this clip shows that. So what I am going to do is cut this whole top of this suitcase off and just use one seat, and the other one I am going to mount to the wall. And I think that I wish that I could have used the holes that are already here. 1, 2. It's going to be weird. So what I'm doing is making a suitcase into a seat. And as you can see, these nails are 1 inch long and the suitcase ain't 1 inch thick. So obviously they will stick through here. And we are using, I might not even have to drill into this. I'm glad we ain't got a drill. Thank you. See, I'm getting better at explaining how to do and what I'm doing, thanks to Shantae. Because he was like, can you tell the people what you're doing? Can you say that again? And I was like, damn it, Shantae, I don't know what to say again. I was like, what did I say the first time? I'm smoking. So, yeah, I love how they, and then Kim, you came up with a great idea in terms of drilling holes in the suitcase so that the water can drain through when you take the cushions out in case you leave it up, because the cushions are removable. I hope they didn't freeze up on us, Andy. Oh,
looks like maybe we got a frozen situation.
Oh no. Well,
log out, log back in, or a phone could have died too.
Their phone could have died. Hopefully they'll log out and log back in. I'm going to text them and tell them to do that real quick. But Chris, I'm so glad that you suggested that we do that, because look what time it is.
It's a tight show. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is a tight show. I didn't get the chance to do no CashApp dance for people. I got to show 3 things before we do get off of here.
Sure.
And I don't know.
Keep working through, and they come back on. We'll take them off the screen for now, and
off and log back on. We lost you. I just text him to do that. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this flip. And I'm not going to consume everybody's time next week with a long-ass budget report. I'm going to keep it concise and go through how the frugal flip works, how much we spend, if we came in the budget. And I do want people to keep in mind that we were working with 3 rooms instead of 1. So I was like, oh, we have to have a little extra. So I was like, Kim, we're going to have to spend a little extra on a couple things. But yeah. I still have yet to add everything up, but it turned out great. It was a hot one, Chris. It was hot.
You forget, if you haven't been, there's just different levels of heat, and that Florida stuff brings it. And, of course, what part of Florida were you in?
West Palm Beach area.
Yeah.
Closer to Miami.
You're down there, and that's hot. Yeah. You've got one video left. Do you want to check it out real quick?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let everybody see it. I didn't know if we were able to get that up. Or not. Yeah. What I'm doing is just painting the edges of this dining table black. We just painted a runner down the center. And then it looks like I'm making a mess because I'm going to get my white rag and just a little rag and clean all of that up. That's the great thing about latex paint. You can wipe it up while it's wet. So what I'm doing is just wiping up where I got black paint on the table. And that's the great thing. And I'm doing it with that. So it'll be nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna go back, up, on the line. Just paint off the table. And the one thing I love about latex paint, meaning it's rubber based. And if you're working with it wet, it wipes right up. It's not like an oil paint that'll smear and mess things up. That's why I always recommend people use a flat or a matte type of latex paint. Easy to clean up and easy to work with. See, I'm getting better at explaining what I'm doing, Chris. Getting myself prepared for my own show.
I think you're ready.
Well, I'm ready. I know I'm ready, but you know me. I have a tendency to be like, I'll kind of stop and look around. All that kind of stuff will probably get edited out, but who knows?
Well, it's something. It's just like anything. You got to build up the muscle in it real fast before you jump in. Shout out to Joy. Shout out to Heaven Sent, Pack 93, Cheryl, all these people at Fab 540 loving the video. And Janice asked what happened to the guests. Either their phone died or they got disconnected and they're trying to reconnect. So we'll see what happens with that. Or if you want a second storyline, you could say I hadn't been on screen in 30 minutes and needed to be on screen. Yeah.
Well, they said we are in. We are here. Oh, there they have it. So I'm glad that you ladies are back.
They're not. Oh, there they are. Hello. They're moving.
Well, did you ladies want to say anything? I definitely wanted to hear from Delilah because this is her first time ever doing a flip. And I definitely wanted to hear from Kim, of course, because it's her first time having a flip. And then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to just show my Picasso. Shout out to all the people that have been donating. And then my 2 flyers. And then we have to keep it pushing. And I'll have to give all my lovely shout outs and all that other flash rag great stuff next week. So I definitely wanted this segment to be dedicated to you.
We're frozen.
Again?
You're popping in and out.
Oh.
Okay. You're back.
We're back. Did they ass freeze up again?
Mm-hmm. What we could also do is they could just film a video that we can play next week if there's connection's not going to cooperate.
Yeah, we may have to do that. Let's see if they're cooperating. Hello? Yes, maybe, no. Oh, Lord, they keep freezing up. You ladies are going to have to do a video tonight while you're together.
Oh, go ahead. Who, me?
Did they hear me? Can they hear me?
I loved it. I'm back. Yes, we're back. Hopefully we will stay here. I see we're freezing. I'm frozen.
Okay, so since y'all keep freezing, I want you all to log off.
Yes. Okay. We're
and
trying.
Do a video. No, listen.
We're trying.
Don't try. Don't try. I want you all to log off and do a video while you both are sitting there together and make it like a minute.
Yes.
Please do that. And we're going to show it on the show next week.
Yes, we hear you.
Did you hear what I said, dude? I can text it to you. Lord. Chris. I love this to death. They all, damn it. Andy, I have to show love. I got to do some cash apps while I'm doing that, I would love for you to show the 100th, the fundraiser video. Show the flyer that has the people that have already donated to our 100th Picasso campaign.
My sister was texting.
I definitely want to give a shout out to them because we got one row and I'm trying to get 2 rows and it's getting enormous. And I'm loving all these people that are campaign supporters for this challenge.
Let's mute them.
It's totally helping out. So I'm definitely shouting out Lena and Sherri Kelly and Annette right now because they just cashed app they're so proud of this. I love you ladies. Thank you so much. And people are I'm sorry. Ain't nobody asked you shit, Siri. Did you hear her just jump on? I gotta get out the I definitely want to show love to these people: Phyllis Smith, Joanne Austin, Irina Cherkasskaya, Jamie Jones, Cheryl Merrill, Lavette Bostic, Shirley McCrae, Lena Lovett, Sherri Kelly, Cicely Trice Collins, Quincy Charles, Cheryl Paulette, and Verna Hendricks. We're definitely donating
so nice.
to this thing, yes. And next week, hopefully, we'll have 2 rows because people on that 10 and 10, all you got to do is tell 10 people to cash out $10, and we're going to make it to our goal 7 weeks out, and we almost there. We in there like a booty hair, Chris.
Oh, no, not that.
Yeah, like a booty hair. So let me go and get my dance going, and then I want Andy to show my 2 flyers. I did want him to show he can show Rodney's video after this. And then my 2 flyers. Rodney Perry showed us some love, but let me go and get that.
You got this guy sweating tonight. Andy's gonna leave here with a belt loop. Look at the dual camera. I don't know. I'm just kind of liking that.
You ain't ready, Chris.
The old scat cat.
Oh, get your ass off my foot. Oh, get your ass off my foot. Oh, get your ass off my foot. Oh, bring it back. Oh, bring it back to the hot spot. Oh, don't hit it. Don't hit it. Oh, don't hit it.
Oh, the hot spot. The hot spot's just so graphic.
Oh, Chris, that's my new hook.
Hey, I missed it earlier, but everybody knows you can go to buyjack.com/B-Phlat for great B merchandise. Someone maybe left a stream. It was either on this stream or the TwoFunnyMamas stream because they did go live just a few minutes ago before your show saying thank you for replacing their flash rags. They love the new ones. They love the new ones. So listen, B-Phlat would love your support, whether it's through merchandise, the CashApp dance, just being a great viewer, telling friends to tune in, whatever it is. Those flash rags are a big help to her. So be sure you get your new flash rags, and you're gonna want to beat the heat. It's hot everywhere,
and you're definitely gonna need them in St. Louis Picasso's.
Don't you forget it.
Shirts, and you're definitely gonna need your flash rags because it's gonna be hot, and you will need all 3. And they are so nice looking. I have to show I posted one today of Sharita Jones. She got her flash rags, but I'm gonna have to show all that next week.
Sure.
And she just loves them. I've been getting a lot of reviews from the people that got their flash rags for refund. They were like, "Oh, B, I love the new flash rags. I love them. They're so soft. They look nice. The writing is so popping. The writing is like this. You can definitely see it. It is very graphic. and bold. So I like that. Thank you, John. He did a great job on the replacement. So happy with him.
Very nice. Cheryl is asking what the address to send donations and how many items. Cheryl, if you could, I think you mean physical items, but let me know.
She's it's at Frugal Phlip. Tell her to email me at Frugal Phlip, and I will send her Cicely's P.O. box.
Oh, there you go. frugalphlip@gmail.com. As we warn you each and every week, do not email Frugal Philip. He's very, very rude. frugalphlip@gmail.com.
If you want to send us donations for things to go in our swag bags, definitely email me. Cicely's getting a lot of great stuff. We're going to have some nice stuff in our swag bags. I'm so excited. Chris, when you get a bag from us, are you going to wear our Picasso popping shirt?
You know, I've got official work to do over the weekend, so we'll see. We'll see.
I just thought I asked. It don't hurt to ask, right? Like they say, ain't no such thing as a stupid question.
No,
you never know,
not.
Chris. And then it might force you to break out the yellow pants.
I took enough abuse last show.
I'm just messing with you. Let me show Rodney's video real quick. My 2 flyers, and we'll call it a night.
Rodney Perry.
What's up, party people? It's your boy, Rodney Perry. We're here to shout out my girl, B-Phlat. That's right, a milestone is at hand. If you know like I do, we watch Tighten Up Tuesday every Tuesday. But did you realize you watch it 100 times? Wow. Gonna be celebrating in St. Louis on September 8th through the 10th at the Intersection Festival. Oh, you don't want to miss it. One more time. Wow. 100 episodes. And celebrating in St. Louis? Come on now. Congratulations, B. So if you can get there in St. Louis, show your support while B-Phlat get ready to do 100 more episodes. Wow. Well done. Tighten Up Tuesdays.
I like that.
That's awesome. What a great guy.
Nice. Yes. Such a sweet person.
I've said it on here before. I interviewed him months after he had that stroke 6 years ago. And he was like, I'm like, what? Why are you here? He's like, gotta get back out on the road, buddy. And he's still going strong, and he's so funny. Yeah. He's great.
Let your health you down if you can do it.
Yeah.
You just have to make adjustments, and he's only gotten better. So physically, he needed to do that for himself, to get back out there to get better. So I love that he's supporting. I love that everybody's supporting. And I know I got 100 Picassos. If 100 Picassos cashed up $10, then we'd already be at 1,000. So tell other Picassos, we got to make this happen. Look at that. 1,000 at 10 or 100 at 100. And we've already gotten several people who've given us the 100 at 100. I'm like, that's what's up.
That's so nice.
Got a couple sponsors that hit me up today. A lady with some eyeglasses. She was like, I want to buy a spot on the show. I want to buy some advertising to let people know about my eyeglass company. I was like, yes. So I'm working on all that. Another dude that does infused lemonades. They want to buy a spot. I was like, hell yeah. I'm definitely shouting out people while this is going on. And if we can work out something in the future, we'll see. We'll
That's
take
awesome.
all funds. Amen. So, with that being said, let me show my 2 flyers, and then we have to call it a night.
Please. Do you want me to read it or you? How does this work? I feel like you're kind of on a reading kick.
I'm excited about this one, Chris. You can read the next one because...
No. You just have big font on this one.
Well, you know what it is? Our national convention, 56th annual convention, is in Indianapolis this year.
Is that this weekend?
Yes.
Your pal, Kim Whitley, will be there.
I know.
Oh, I guess all you guys talk. All deltas. Yeah.
Yep. So I get in Friday. I'll be there till Sunday. I get back Sunday.
Nice. Say hello to Comedy Bay for me. Comedy Bay. Indy's her town.
Yeah, I love Indy. So shout out to Natasha Davis. She's like, when you coming to Naptown? I'm coming to Naptown Friday, Natasha. The Deltas got there today for nationals. They'll be there all week, legislating, making rules, making all kind of shit that they do, that we do. Let me stop cursing and using Delta in the same. Please forgive me. Anyway, Yeah, that's a whole dope thing. You're not supposed to do that. They're there, doing what we do, making the bylaws and all that good stuff to keep our organization rolling. And they have a lot going on. And when we invade a city, everybody comes. All the Qs, the Kappas, everybody, all the frats, they're there. So it's so many parties. It's so much going on. And Tyrell hit me up today talking about, I got a party bus on Friday and Saturday. What day you riding? I was like, on Friday. So I'm hanging with the Qs. Definitely out promoting this show. So I'm looking forward to getting the Andy on.
Love it.
Friday. Thank you. You got the next one.
Oh, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Comedy at the Calabash. This is my favorite flyer because there's not a word you couldn't mush into this one. B-Flat will be these flyers, man.
It's black.
Saturday. What?
That's how we do it. This is a black flyer.
You put a novel on a one flyer.
Yeah, because we got to know everything before we spend our money.
Right, but then people will still say, "Well, who's going to be there? How much is it?" Saturday, August 5th, doors at 6, show at 7. Comedy at the Calabash. I don't know what a Calabash is, but it sounds awesome. Calabash Banquet and Restaurant. B-Flat will be there. Lawrence Owens,
Right.
Malcolm Hill, Chocolate Shy, and it's also a birthday bash for Cebu. You got to party with Cebu. $30 more at the door. So get them while they're hot. 628 Lancaster Avenue, and that's in Philadelphia, PA. Don't complain. B-Flat performs in Philly, so don't say she doesn't. You can always call Ward at 267-324-1504, and Cebu is taking your calls as well. 267-206-1934. Ticket location. I love this. I love a physical location because at Hair Chemistry on 527 North 60th Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You could get them. You could get your tables reserved. You can get 10 tickets. That's right. Hair Chemistry. Get your edges right. Get your comedy ticket.
Oh, Chris.
Get it.
Why do you read everything
going.
on the flyer?
Why do you put it on there? I'm not supposed to read everything?
I ain't put it on there. I put it on.
Why do you promote it?
Because it's my show and I want you to see my face.
I think it's hilarious to read everything they put on.
Oh, that's why you do that, so your ass can get a kick out of reading all that book.
There's all that information. I want to give it to the people. Somebody strained their hands typing that thing. I want to honor them.
You funny for reading the whole file.
Somebody sprained a pinky typing all this out.
I meant to tell you that months ago.
What?
You're supposed to read the points like.
Oh, I know what to read.
What time it start? How much it costs?
No, it's more fun to read everything.
I know. You hilarious with that. Because you like to hear yourself reading all that shit like, I really can't believe all
why
this.
would you put that you can pick them up at the hair joint on there?
It's black, Chris. It's a cultural thing. It's a
I bet it, hey, I can laugh and giggle all I want. I bet it sells out.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I ain't worried about that.
All kidding aside.
You deezy. You got black hair. You got a black shirt on. Black headphones.
That does it.
There you go, Chris. You about 3 more things away from. You need 3 more black things, and you and you'll be on the money.
Thank you.
You'll be on the black. So.
I appreciate it. I'll be sure to tell people that don't know me. I'll explain to them.
Explain that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I get it."
No, sir.
Kim and Delilah are sitting down and doing a nice little 1-minute video so that we can show it next week.
Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully they're doing that while they're all dressed up and looking nice, hair done, makeup, and just looking amazing, and get that done. And as people can see, that's why we were having some difficulty in the beginning, but it all worked out. Look, we started at 9:15, we ended at 10:15.
I love it.
So,
tight show. I can head to your favorite schnooks.
And I appreciate your suggestions early on, Chris, because we'd have been on here till 11, fucking around with me and all the stuff I'll be reading and saying. And I know you're exhausted, so.
I love it. Dr. Kim J says, "No, we're not. We're drinking." She's
they supposed to be doing the damn video. They hilarious. I know they drink, they sipping. But you know what? See, that's what I love. I wanted to show my Picasso meat photo. I'm showing it next week. I love when Micassos meet up. Taina and Mark and all of them met up. And Joy and with the Lunell's comedy show. So I just love that. I love when people send me that and just show that this show extends beyond just a Tuesday night.
You bet.
I love it. Yeah.
Great show, B.
I'm going to say goodnight. And Lord willing, I will see everybody next Tuesday. We're going to see the more videos, meet Dr. Karen and Karen Hunter, that is, and get the little budget going. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short, Chris.
Okay.
We have a brief and bake on Thursday for those people that are joining.
Okay.
And that's where we're getting some financial reports.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy, for throwing that in.
Shout out to engineers tonight, and thank you all for tuning in. Back next week. Be sure our friends Kim and Sherri, the owners of the channel here, had on Calais Stewart earlier. She's an actress, a writer, but also a expert on fertility, and it was a great show. That's 2 weeks in a row. We've had some really fun guests, so go back, watch those. And B, we'll see you next week.
Good night, everyone. Love you all. See you next Tuesday. My damn. Oh, let me go out with my Michael Jackson. Bring this way. Oh, bring it to the front. Oh.